floating. Go with the current, upstream, downstream, just weaving. Oh, come, we'll take.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the PPF Academy. My name is Ron Harris, and today I want to talk about taking care of your tools, mainly your squeegees, your hard cards, and your little plastic tools. What I like to do with mine is, so when you use these start to get burrs and a little rough on the edges. I don't know, honestly, I don't know how it happens, especially if you're doing paint protection film, but because you're usually squeegeeing on the film and on something wet, but they start to get pretty rough. And so that will show up in your film install. Sometimes they get a little nick taken out of them and you'll see lines in your film. So what you really should be doing is at least once a week, depending on how much film you install, be sanding these down and smoothing these edges out. And what I do is I'll have 3 different types of paper. I've got here some 1500, some 2000, and I think I've got 1000 here. And sometimes, depending on how bad a shape they're in, I'll even jump down as low as 600 grit and sand them. But what I do is I lay it on a nice hard surface like this table here, and we'll start sanding the edges of it and just kind of bring and roll it and start smoothing everything out on these, and you'll feel the edge. Edge will start getting a lot nicer. And you can do the same thing with your hard cards. If you've got a hard card and it's starting to get a little notched up, you can take your hard card and bring it through here. And you just want to make sure that you have it on a nice flat surface and sand through here. And you don't want to make it sharp like a knife or anything, but you want it to be nice and smooth. So if you're starting off with something really harsh, you might want to finish it off with, say, some 1500 or 2000. And you can literally just take and when you get to that point, put it in the palm of your hand, and you're just kind of cleaning up and smoothing everything out and getting all these edges nice and smooth and clean. And this will also help your squeegee glide a lot nicer across your film. You know, if it's a nice smooth edge gliding on that nice smooth paint protection film. One other thing I like to do too, so I have these here, these wrap sticks from Geek Wraps, and these definitely get chewed up pretty good. And you can see this one's been through the ringer. You can see it's got cuts and everything. And yesterday I actually sanded this and heated it up. I was tucking some parking sensors. So I was tucking some parking sensors and wanted this to be nice and smooth. So I will take and sand this and start off with my 1000 grit and get my edges all nice and smooth and clean, like so, and maybe finish it off with some 2000. And again, you can come back with the 2000 and just put it in the palm of your hand just to get the smoothness back to it. And a little trick that I like to do on these when I'm all done, so I've got it nice and smooth and sanded out, just to kind of make it a little shiny again, I'll take my heat gun and get this really hot, almost to the point where it wants to melt, and it'll flash kind of glossy. And I'll just let that cool, and it'll be nice and shiny again and smooth. You're almost kind of melting it there. In fact, I can smell the plastic. So I'll let that cool off, and I also do it with the other edges here on this, and still I'll heat that up, and you can see it's nice and shiny around the edges. So. All right, guys, so that's it for taking care of your squeegees. I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.